Hey YouTube, we back with the second video and this topic, well, first of all, my name is Ash.
I'm Leah.
Okay, now we're back with our second video of the day and this is about why do you think it's so hard to communicate with your spouse? You know?
Mm,
This is a good. I feel like this is a good topic because a lot of people have this problem. So when I was writing this down, I felt like real comfortable about, you know, on a lot to say about it. And I think it's so hard. One of the reasons why it's so hard to communicate with your spouse is because people lack patience. You know, like you might not know this, but it do take patience to sit down and communicate. Some people just mad. It's always on the go. They gotta go out and do what they gotta do. They train to, oh yeah, I gotta go to work. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And it's just like all about what they gotta do for real. And they don't want to take that moment out of their day and sit down and really talk and communicate with you. It's hard for them.
mm-hmm.
Something be so simple. They feel like, well, I don't have time. Their mind is telling them that they don't have time, but they really do. It's just like they feel like they doing so much that they don't have time. I always feel like communication is the strongest factor in what makes a relationship last, what makes a relationship grow, marriage. Like you can't do
Mm-hmm.
nothing. When I say nothing, I mean nothing without communication. You agree?
Yeah, I agree for the most part. In most, well, I can't say in most relationships. I can only speak on the experience that I have.
Yeah.
But I do think it could be like the overall thing based
Mhm.
off your upbringing
Mhm.
and how you communicate with your parents.
Mhm.
So sometimes that lead on to the communication you have with your significant other.
Okay.
So, and then it's like a lot of people just don't know how to effectively communicate. And then when you do communicate,
Mhm.
it's this barrier where people think you're criticizing them because a lot of people don't like critiques.
Mhm.
And then it's how you delivering
Mhm.
the communication part.
Mhm.
So, like I said, because I read a lot and
Mhm.
specifically on communication barriers.
Mhm.
So when you do communicate, instead of saying you make me feel, rather than saying you or I, because it put them in a more better, it give them more relaxation where you're not kind of pointing fingers at them like you,
Yeah.
instead of saying, like if I was communicating with you, Ash, I
Mhm.
say, um, if I was having an issue with toilet or something or
Mhm.
dishes in the sink, and
Mhm.
I just come to you and be like, lately I noticed that the dishes haven't been, you know, you really haven't been doing the dishes. Is there anything I can do to maybe help
No, I don't agree with
for the
that. I don't
dishes?
agree with that. No.
So
Yeah, because you no. I'm sorry. You had me for that. Is there anything I know? Is there anything that you need to do? See, that's why people be so afraid to communicate too, because they
hmm
scared to get confronted. It's like I'm not coming at you no type of way. I'm just discussing like, and you can do the same thing with me. If you have a problem with me or anything like that, I'm down for us to sit and talk. But if I have an issue, I'm an open person and I like to communicate. It can't just be one sided. I can't just be telling you all the things that I feel and everything that I feel like could be better or we could do collectively. If it's you or us collectively, you're right. Everything don't got to be you. But
right,
if some things are you or some things are us, we can bring that all together so it don't just seem like you just pointing the finger.
right. Because one thing about communicating with people, you don't want to put them in a defense mode where you making them feel bad
Yeah.
about how you approaching the situation
Hmm.
or how you communicating.
Yeah.
So yeah, the biggest problem is the way we communicate with each other. So you just gotta learn your partner and how for the most part, how they was brought up,
Mm-hmm.
what triggers them, or how to like communicate without making them feel bad or feel like you attacking them, because a lot of people feel like when you when you talk to them, it's the way you talk. Because some people could be talking aggressive, or
Mm-hmm.
be like me, because you
Yeah.
see how monotone I am, more
Yeah.
laid back and chill,
Yeah.
and that's how I am throughout most of my relationships. I'm more laid back and chill, and if I do, and another thing too, I'm a person that always speaks my mind, and sometimes I do find it hard with communicating with my significant other,
Mm-hmm.
because they can be a little bit defensive depending on how I'm approaching the situation or the problem that I'm having. But if you have something on your mind with your spouse,
Mm-hmm.
by all means, let them know. Let them know how you feel. Let them know, like, how can we work on this together?
Right.
Like, it's like she said, it's a collective thing. Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
not I'm just supposed to tiptoe or walk on eggshells when I'm in a relationship. Like, no, we are in this. We need to communicate.
We
If
in this
I could take,
together.
yeah, if I could take some time out my day to like maybe pull up a YouTube video or get a book or whatever, or talk to a therapist or whatever, as far as like how to effectively communicate. Like, it's not that hard. Like, and then some people, like I said, we all are emotional beings.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not supposed to just like uh s- um depress my emotions
Mm-hmm.
to make you feel comfortable, because, oh, if I say something to you, it's going to get into this big disagreement.
Yeah.
Like, no, like,
Yeah. I
we
think.
all have the right to communicate. It's just
Yeah.
the way we communicate with each other that be throwing the whole relationship off with
Yeah.
your spouse.
Yeah. I think a relationship that lacks communication is boring. Like it's no substance to it. It's like,
Hmm.
what am I with you for? We're just in the household to what? Take care of the kids and go to work, and it's just like no point of you if you here. You just like it's just like that's what I'm saying. Like I have my life can't be so routine and stuff. Like I like to be spontaneous sometimes, and I just like it gives me life. It keeps me going because it's so hard for us to get depressed,
Hmm.
and when your significant other ain't talking to you, it's too easy for you to go in a slump, because it's already a hard world out here. You want to go home to something happy, something that you can, something that you smiling when you walk in the house, because you already know you finna pop your stuff to your significant other, or y'all about to go do this and that, and it's just like you don't want to come in and then it's just like, hey, oh, I'm about to go get the child a bath or something, and then after you do that, you go to sleep. It's like, hello, what about me? You you took care of the child and stuff like that, and then you just gonna go to bed. We ain't even talk. Like a lot of people forget how important that is. They think, oh well, I'm too tired to talk or something like that. But I did my job. Like at least I gave the child a bath. At least I took him to school today. At least I did that. Another part of your job is taking care of your wife or husband. You didn't know that? Yeah, yeah. When you pretty much, sign up for that when you get in a relationship. Otherwise, you should just be single. If you feel like when she talk or he talk to you, they bothering you, you probably shouldn't be in a relationship because
Right,
it shouldn't bother you.
right.
This should be happy. It should make you laugh. It's like, especially you was having a hard day at work. It's like, I can't wait to get home to talk to my husband about this. I can't wait to, because it don't matter what y'all talk about. It's not like when y'all talk, it's like y'all confronting each other about something. That don't always got to be the case when y'all communicate. We're talking about
Hmm.
communicate in general. Why is it so hard to communicate in general? And we just make that up in our mind. We say that we so busy, like some people own businesses and stuff like that. Like I'm like bad businesses. I don't have the time or the patience to deal with you. But no, that's not how it's supposed to go. Like it don't matter how many businesses, the stuff that you have, you always have to find time to communicate. Don't make it hard, you know? You don't know how much you could make that person day, and then by you making that person day, you just made your own day, you
Mm.
know? So that's why we just, it's this is like a good topic because it's like so many people just go through this, and we trying to say it shouldn't be hard. Like, why is it so hard? We're trying to figure. I'm personally trying to figure that out myself. So hopefully, like y'all can, comment down on this video and you know get y'all thoughts and opinions on that because I'm trying to figure out myself. It's so easy for me to communicate because I'm just like an open person. So I don't see why it could. Sometimes people act like it's so hard for them to communicate. You know?
I mean, it's hard for people, because you saying it's hard. Why it's so hard for some people to communicate?
Yeah.
Because they just don't want to listen to what you gotta say. That's because they're still stuck on. Some people still stuck on that mentality. Of what you saying doesn't matter to them because right now, what's important to them is how they feel and how you not making them feel.
And then
So
that's another thing to communicate. How you not making them feel. If they not making you feel a certain type of way, say
hmm
that. It's like if I don't feel the love no more, say that. Just
yeah,
don't go out and do your own thing. Say whatever you feel like. If the relationship is going downhill, don't be afraid to say it.
yeah.
You saying it might make it help go uphill.
I was once told by a male that the reason why most males don't be open about their emotions because women will sit up there and clown them or make fun of them about their emotions. And men
Mm-mm.
do have emotions too, but it's just
Yeah.
that they don't show it as often because they don't want to be looked down upon from the female.
That's like an ego thing. I
It's
don't
not an ego thing.
I
It's just
don't
that they
think
don't.
that should be an issue at all. Like if you lack communication because you scared
Yeah,
that she gonna clown you, then you probably gotta work in something in yourself. Like
mm,
be a man up. I'm not trying to be hard, but I'm just saying like let's be honest. Females are more of the emotional we can be submissive, but it's okay to be a boss and stuff like that.
yeah,
We look for a man with masculinity, head of the household type stuff. Not saying that we can't be, both bosses and equal to each other, but that's like kind of like, you know, the role, like men masculine. Like you really can't say that without, what I'm saying? When you with your husband, what you look at him, a strong black man protector.
yeah.
So the last thing you should be thinking about is you getting clowned. Like, where's the
Yeah,
where's
I
the man
mean,
in
because
that?
honestly, your spouse is your safe space when it comes to communication. So just being open and not letting back of how you feel because you afraid that it's going to turn into a big argument. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it do turn into an argument, just retract. Understand what you might be saying might be rubbing them the wrong way.
Okay.
And that's what the biggest problem is when it comes when you do openly communicate with your significant other. And sometimes listening to play a part on the communication too, because it seems like it's going in one ear and out the other. Because like they hear what you're saying, but
Mm-hmm.
they not communicating with you back because they're not really thinking about how you saying what it is that you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So that's for the most part. But like I said, it's usually why people have difficult time communicating because they don't want to get into an argument. And the longer you let it just build up in you, the longer it's gonna make you resent your spouse too. So you might want to like have open dialogue with your spouse. Like just be open with them and let them know, like, you know, we need to have a better effective communication.
Mhm. Definitely. I
And
agree. I agree.
yeah.
Definitely. So yeah, basically just all these things that we talking about, communicate that with them, and just take a lot of stress off your shoulder and make life so much easier. Don't make life hard when it can be easy. I know we have
Yep.
our trials and tribulations, but anything that we can help out to lift it up and make it easier for us, let's get together and do this. So please tell us what you think in the comments below, and please feel free to share your ideas and like and subscribe. And I'm signing out, Ash.
Sign out, Leah.